What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Before we get started, I just want to say that I started streaming on Twitch. I used to do this a couple years ago, but I just didn't have the motivation, but now I do, so be sure to follow and check me out when I do stream. I also decided that I was going to buy the Outlast Trinity series on Steam, so I'm deciding if I want to stream it or upload a YouTube series on it, even though it's like 5 years old or whatever. So be sure to subscribe to the channel just in case I do upload it to YouTube. And one final thing before we get started, tomorrow, February 1st, my new graphics card comes in, so all the gameplay that you see in the background, expect higher quality from now on. It got delayed, so I just had to improvise, and yeah. And now let's get into today's video. So most of you guys probably know that I'm from California. Almost everybody's assumption of a Californian is a surfer, someone who enjoys the beach, things related to that. But in all reality, I actually hate the water. The beach is cool, but the ocean is honestly just the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. The idea of how dirty it is and all those stories that you hear of people getting lost at sea, the dangerous animals, it just doesn't end. Now, I never actually hated the water when I was a kid, but there's one particular vacation that I went on with my dad, family, whatever. It just traumatized me to the point where swimming, being in the water, that stuff is just off limits. Now, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I was drowning in a hotel pool, so I decided to drown my cousin.
Stop! He's already dead!
Now, I know what you're thinking. The definition of drown means to kill someone by submerging them underwater. Yes, I know. I did look that up, but that's besides the point. I didn't drown my cousin. I almost drowned my cousin. It was a matter of fight or flight, life or death, and obviously natural selection. I was just better adapted to survive in that scenario, which means that I deserve to be alive. But besides the science facts, what actually went down? How did it happen? Well, let's go back a couple hours, and we're gonna take a couple steps into the hotel gift shop. This is where things really took a turn for the worst. We're walking around the hotel gift shop, and I see a bunch of toys. They're those little plastic animals that are in a tube, and they're all assorted, and you can pull them out and play with them, whatever. They had dinosaurs, sea animals, you name it, they had it. So being me, I went to the sea animals because the whole entire vacation was based around the aquarium. But wouldn't you know, someone just had to come and ruin my moment. Instead of being a marine biologist for the day, my parents decided that I was not allowed to have toys that day, and they took the toys from me and put it back. So there's the start to the day. Gift shop, no toys. So let's jump to the time when we're swimming at the pool. So if you guys couldn't tell from my last video, I'm not actually the smartest and the most coordinated person in the world. I mean, ice skating was already bad enough, but for me to swim using all of my limbs and trying to breathe, oh no. So here I am trying to swim in the short end of the pool. It was probably 3 or 4 feet, and I think it went up to either 9 or 12 feet. Now in my head, for some reason, I thought that even if you could swim, if you were short, you could not go in the 9 or 12 feet area, because if you sank to the bottom, you were going to drown. And that's me thinking that every person is built like an anchor. So I'm practicing in the short end of the pool, and I decide that I'm gonna get a little dangerous. So I swim over to the deep end with my cousin. Mind you, this is the same cousin that I had babysit me when I went ice skating. So if you couldn't tell already, I caused a lot of trouble for her. So here we are, swimming in the deep end of the pool, and I decide that I don't need her help anymore. I let go, I doggy paddle for a little bit, and then my arms just give out. I just was not built for swimming. I was just a little fat kid in some blue swim trunks, swimming for the first time, deciding that he did not need help at all. So of course I start to drown. Thankfully my cousin was just a couple inches, maybe a foot away from me. And I kid you not, the way I started saving myself would literally be considered a crime. Instead of having her hold me up, I decided to put both my hands on her head and push down. Yes, I literally pushed down on her head like a pancake. And I'm not some skinny kid that she can just lift off. Just like I mentioned before, I was a fatty boy. Thankfully, everyone was safe, and that's the end of it. So water off limits, swimming off limits, never again. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you did enjoy, be sure to give it a like and subscribe as I do post daily. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.